Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a hot minute. Hope everybody's having a good day. We are in Kaufman, here in Kaufman County, and we're at the courthouse here down at the town square. But I wanted to help bring awareness to a situation, something that's been going on. About 2 weeks ago, well, I'll wait for a few people to come in because I don't want to repeat myself, but um, Kaufman County and Kaufman County is still a good old boy network, and they harbor um, extremists and white supremacists here. They have a history of being abusive and tyrants here in this county. Hello, Lacey R. Hey, Jimmy Reed, Juanita Cardona, Bill Cooper. Hey, John Grams Beth, Extra Good Citizen, J Money. Hello, Michelle. So, some of these smaller counties, I know we see randomly once in a while videos of something real extreme, but these smaller counties, these guys, this good old boy network is like the big old government club. If you're part of it, then it's fine. But if you're on the outside of it, whether you're a poor white family, working class, Hispanic, tan, or black, these smaller counties can be very dangerous for you, because in these small counties, these evil devil worshippers, they all work together. Their families have been here for generations. The DA's cousins with the judge, and they got brother-in-laws that are on the force. It's like a whole little network of evildoers out here. And if you think it's hard to get justice in the big city, like, once in a while we might see a win in Dallas or Fort Worth or maybe Denver, some of these bigger cities. But in these small cities, justice is very, very rare. You're usually guilty based on your last name or your income, your social status, or maybe the color of your skin. So your fate is predetermined even before you walk in through these doors. What's up, Missy E. Miss? None of your business. Hey, CC. How's my audio and video? Hopefully everything's good. It said I had 5 bars and 5G on AT&T here. Hello, Byron. Okay, good. So back to Nakia Triggs. Nakia Triggs was in a city, Forney, Texas, which is kind of next to Mesquite. If you guys know Mesquite, they're really bad there. I mean, they're bad everywhere, but some departments are worse than others, I would say. And Mesquite PD and Forney PD are definitely some of those departments that need to be looked out on. And same with Kaufman County. But Nakia Triggs was just a young girl, a kid. I call her a kid. I think she was 18 or 19, but as most of you know, when you're 18 or 19, your frontal cortex hasn't even fully developed and attached to the brain. So, I mean, honestly, we call them adults, but they're not really adults. They're not even fully developed physically. So I call her a kid. This kid was having a bad day, and she was at a family member's house who happened to live in the same neighborhood as her. And whatever it might have been, a breakup with the boyfriend, a fight with a relative, whatever, whatever the situation may be, we all have bad days. So this young lady, Nakia Triggs, was having a bad day and wanted to go home. So she left the party. She's walking home, and a call came in from a private citizen saying that there was a that this girl Nakia was suicidal and jumping in front of vehicles trying to commit suicide. Now whether that's true or not, who knows? Maybe this girl was just being loud and obnoxious on the way home. And we know a lot of times these calls that come in are false. So who knows whether that's true or not. But if we want to, for argument's sake, let's just say we take this caller at their word and say that that's true. Like she jumped in front of a car, okay? Kaufman County Sheriff is dispatched to the call, shows up to someone who's having a mental health crisis, right? If we take the police at their word, which usually they lie, that the police reports are usually full of lies and misleading statements and untruths. But let's just say we take him at their word. He comes to supposedly help this young lady who's having a terrible day, a mental health crisis, right? Who may be suicidal. And what does he do? Does he offer to help her? No. He ends up, first of all, he starts asking her questions, and she responds. She actually responds to his questions the way somebody normally would, like, hey, how are you doing? She says, I'm doing fine. I just want to go home. Are you okay? She goes, yes, I'm fine. I just want to go home. He goes, are you suicidal? She goes, no, I just want to go home, right? And while he's asking her these questions, this fucking pig grabs her. Now, she's never detained. She's not under arrest. So she has the right to freely walk and go wherever she feels. But this fucking pig, without saying that you're detained or arrested, decides to inhibit her freedom and her freedom of movement and grab her and put her hands on her. Long story short, she keeps walking away. Now this young girl, her natural instincts kicked in. She instantly thought in her head, this guy's a fucking creep. This pig is not on the up and up. I need to call my sister. So while this transaction is going, she pulls out her phone and calls her sister, who lives just around the corner. Well, they live in the same house. But calls her sister just around the corner and says that she needs help, that this police officer is not leaving her alone. And then shortly after that, this police officer grabs her and throws her to the ground because she's not following his unlawful instructions. Because remember, he never said that you're detained or that you're arrested. He just said, if you keep walking away, I'm gonna have to put you in handcuffs. That's not how it works, dude. If you're not detained for a crime or suspicion of a crime, then you have the right to freedom of movement. So yeah, long story short, he throws her to the ground, and we miss a couple minutes of it because his body cam happens to fall off, right? And I think a lot of these pigs, they know what to do. Like as soon as something happens, I think it's just instinctively that they make the motion to knock their camera off their body chest. It wouldn't matter anyways, because he gets on top of her like he's dry humping her and starts to suffocate her. And I watched the video once. I want to say he's like suffocating her for 3 to 5 minutes. And if anybody knows anything, like if I lay it on top of you with all my body weight, like you're going to lose your breath eventually. It's not going to happen immediately, but you're eventually going to lose all the oxygen you have in your body and not be able to breathe. And that's what this guy was doing. The sheriff was literally doing like a George Floyd, but without his knee on his neck. So we'll have to keep an eye out for this move, because this is what they're teaching these pigs to do. So while this is happening, the mom and sister are running down the street trying to find her. They find her and catch up with her. And when he eventually gets off of her, you can see her foaming out of the mouth. It was crazy. Like she was literally dying. And she was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Now, where have we heard that before? Who else has said that they can't breathe? Eric Gardner. Eric Gardner said, I can't breathe. Who else said they couldn't breathe? George Floyd. George Floyd couldn't breathe. There's a lot of other cases too. I mean, I don't have their names memorized off the top of my head, but just because someone says I can't breathe, and you're like, oh, well, they can breathe. They just said they can't breathe. That's false. Like you might have like 20% of oxygen that you need left, and you just used 5% of that oxygen to say, I can't breathe. Anyways, this girl, Nakia Triggs, ends up getting arrested for resisting some BS charge, right? They handcuff her. Now, while this is happening, she barely can breathe, right? She just got assaulted. And you could dare say that she got sexually assaulted because this guy was on top of her like he was dry humping her, right? So she had been sexually assaulted by this police officer. He almost murdered her, suffocated her to death. He puts handcuffs on her when another officer pulls up. So this girl is trying to catch her breath, and he immediately tries to stand her up and take her to the vehicle because now mom and sister and a bunch of other neighbors are there. And even other neighbors who weren't family members were yelling at the officer trying to get him to calm down. And at one point in time, even the other officer that had showed up was telling this police officer to calm down and to get it under control. But as wild pigs and fucking tyrants do, this guy didn't calm down. The mom is trying to calm the daughter down while she's being escorted to the vehicle and just grabs her hand, right? Like to hold her hand. And she's telling Nakia to, hey, just calm down. We're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. We're going to take care of this. And this Kaufman County sheriff couldn't have that. He falsified a police report and said that the mom assaulted her. Assaulted him and impeded his arrest. So she got arrested and tackled and body slammed to the ground and was charged with impeding an arrest or interfering with an arrest and assaulting a peace officer, which are all bogus charges. And what's up, Eric Johnson? Thanks for coming in. What's up, all around pigs? Support. Hey, Princess and Pirate. Hey, what's up, Clash with Val? Thomas, the real sovereign citizen. J Money. So yeah, what's up, M Star? So when you guys get a chance, hey Ashley, mass exposure. So when you guys get a chance, check out that video. It's very disturbing. So thankful for that this lady, Nakia Triggs, listened to her instincts. And when you see a creep, when you feel a creep, when you feel like someone's a creep and they're forcing you to interact with them, her instincts saved her life, because had her mom and sister not shown up, I seriously think that the police officer would have killed her. He was perfectly fine laying on top of her, suffocating her to death. And it was only when the other officer showed up and the mom started getting closer and demanding what was going on and that he get off of her, that he eventually got off of her. So kudos for Nekia for listening to her creepy instincts of a creep with the badge and a gun, because that phone call to her sister literally saved her life. Long story short, they put this fucking pig on what do you call it? He's not suspended, but come on. He's temporary off duty, but that's just a paid vacation. So they put this pig on paid vacation. He's been on vacation for 2 weeks now. And as we see with a lot of cases, they're just going to give this guy a paid vacation, hope that everything calms down, and then he'll go back to work. And worst case scenario, this guy is already going to go work for Rockwall County. Rockwall County will embrace this guy. A lot of times what they'll do is they're like, oh, hey, come work for Rockwall. We'll give you a $20,000 raise. And then Kaufman County will come out with a statement saying, oh, we fired, or Officer KKK here resigned. So we're good. We need to just move on. When in all honesty, this officer needs to be arrested and charged with assault and battery and attempted murder. What's up, Byron Juan? Yeah, Clash of Ballot says, what kind of recourse is available when something like this happens? Yeah, man, honestly, the police officer should be charged with assault and battery. He violated this girl's civil rights. She had the right to freedom of movement. He said stop walking away, but that was not a lawful command. She was never told she was detained. She was never told that she was under arrest. So she had the freedom of movement. So this officer needs to be charged with kidnapping, assault and battery, attempted murder, I mean, you could add it up, you know. He used his. Did he use a weapon? No. So I guess you can't throw any weapons charges on him. But you could throw multiple assault and battery charges on him. You could throw multiple false arrests. Uh, you know, his qualified immunity should be out the door. What's up, Charlie Dog? Yeah, it's happened to me in Kaufman County today, and figured I'd do a short video, try to bring awareness to Nakia. So Nakia, Forney, Texas. Um, this family has received death threats, and I've received a few. I haven't. I've moved once, but I haven't felt like my life was ever in danger. What this lady's gone through, the death threats that she's received, I honestly believe 100% that some of these psychos would follow through with a kill. So this family, since this has happened, has had to move out of Forney, Texas. The fucking DA is not going to do anything, right? Because it's already been 2 weeks and they haven't done anything. So we know that what they're doing is they're trying to do another, what's that Houston case? The, what's their names? Anyways, this poor family's had to move because of the death threats. And like I said, these members of the KKK and white supremacist group, these good old boy networks, they'll follow through with it. And guess what? They'll never find a killer. There will never be a killer to find. And if they do find one, they'll just pin it on somebody that they've been wanting to pin a crime on anyway. So, but back to Forney, Texas. Forney, Texas, a couple years ago, and they have multiple cases of systemic racism. A couple years ago, there was another call that came in. There was a car, like a tan or a beige Toyota, driving down one of the little highways, I think Highway 175, shooting a gun out of the car. Nobody got hit, nobody was hurt, but still reckless, right? And they happened to be, the call came in that there's 4 black males shooting a weapon out of a tan or beige Toyota car. So what does Kaufman County do? Kaufman County Sheriff comes to that area. They find a Camry. They find a Toyota, but it's red. So they pull over a red Camry with a black lady in it with 3 small kids and pull her out at gunpoint, threatening to kill her, right? And the call came in for 4 black males in a tan or beige Toyota. The caller was still there near the scene, saw the cops, saw a Kaufman County Sheriff pull over that poor lady in the red car, calls 911 again and tells dispatch that they pulled over the wrong car. And the caller said, "That is a red Toyota. What the hell are you guys doing? That's not even the same car," right? That Kaufman or Forney, Texas police and Kaufman County Sheriff, they're so fucking retarded. They didn't care. Yeah. They didn't care. They continue to pull this lady out at gunpoint, threatening her life. And then when it's all said and done, they try to lie, as they always do, and try to say that they got bad information from dispatch. And then what's even more hilarious is they came out with an apology and said, "Oh, well, we apologize to whoever the lady was, Miss Jackson, for the incident, you know." And then they took down the apology the next day. But so Kaufman County and Forney, Texas, they have a history. And these are just 2 cases that made big time news. I mean, there's others, but.
Find a way around. What's going on here?
No, have you heard of Nakia Triggs? In Forney, Texas, she was falsely arrested for, she was having a bad day, and someone called in that she was suicidal. Anyways, one of the county sheriffs went out of control, almost killed her. Ended up arresting her and her mother.
Oh, really?
But Kaufman County and Forney, Texas have a history of bad policing and being out of control. So I just figured since I'm out here, I'll do a video about it. All right, you too. Sorry guys, I couldn't see the chat. I can see the chat now. But, so right now this fucking pig gets a paid vacation. I guess we should be thankful that Nakia is still alive and that she's not another hashtag. But you know, we just get the feeling, as always, that they're going to try to sweep this under the rug. Back to reality. No, she wasn't laughing. She wasn't laughing. She was just trying to stay out of the video. And I don't blame private citizens for not wanting to be in the video. And honestly, when I'm out filming, unless someone's being a douchebag to me, I mean, I know I have the right to film people, but I try to be respectful when I'm in public. Plus, you know, we want to try to win these people on our side. But that's it, guys. Look up Nakia Triggs. Check out that video. What was even more disturbing was all the bootlickers that were on Kaufman County Sheriff's Facebook post, because they posted they did a post on their Facebook post page after this happened, and the bootlickers, the comments and the support for this KKK pig were very disheartening, like disgusting. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get lunch. Thanks for checking in. Go check out that video. I appreciate the support, and hopefully y'all have a good day. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Look for Otto starts his trial for his shit is fucked up and stuff case this week or next week, and then also his felony camping. So we'll keep an eye out on that. And like I said, y'all have a good day. Take care.